Hey everyone, so we decided that we were going to come back a few days after letting the coatings, I guess, get scared. That's my guess. The coatings got scared. But surprisingly, the Sport here is like insanely dirty compared to every other surface on the car as far as dust and everything else. It's kind of weird because it looks like it sprinkled maybe a little bit, or I don't know, maybe there's some sling off of the tires, but the dirt did clump up around these spots, so it's kind of trying to self-clean, I guess, in a way. I do see some surface water spots on the Hyper Seal here, and on the Care as well. We'll see if those all rinse off, and let's get started. All right, we've got some changes. Obviously, Sport, like always, beating insanely. The Mystic looks like it has died, at least a little bit. We'll rinse off actually that control area. Compare that to the Sport, to the Mystic here. So it does look like the Mystic is still performing a little bit more than the control. Looks like the snap-on coating's about the same as the control. We've got a little bit of water going away around the handle here, but up top it's all looking about the same. The Mystic here though, cleaning up pretty nicely. Here we've got the Hyper Seal and the Opti-Seal. Yeah, we've got the Opti-Seal and the Hyper Seal here. Actually kind of looks like the Opti-Seal might be doing a little bit better. It's kind of hard to tell with the handle there, but those are still performing. And we've got the Ceramic Pro Care. And actually it looks like the Ceramic Pro Care is doing better than the Hyper Seal here. Yeah, that is sheeting very nicely. There's not much water left on the surface at all after that sheets off. Ceramic Pro Sport, those beads are just insane, just like a heavy-duty professional grade ceramic coating. It's an entry-level product and performs great. Looks like the soap may have affected the coatings a little bit, may have left a little bit of residue that just needed to be washed off after a few days or evaporate off of the surface. These coatings all are still here in some way or form, so that soap may have affected it a little bit, but I think that the long-term testing is still going really well. We're seeing that the snap-on, again, not performing well, basically just like the control. We've got the Mystic, which is performing pretty decently for just a waterless wash, and then Opti-Seal, Hyper Seal performing about the same, and the Ceramic Pro Care just above those, and then obviously our Ceramic Pro Sport just blowing everything out of the water. So we're going to come back in 2 weeks again, follow up, see how these are performing at that point, and show you the results. I forgot to wipe them down. I used a towel, wiped off the coatings, and they're performing a little bit differently, so I'm going to just show you guys that real quick. Wipe the whole thing down with a wet towel. I'm trying not to affect the coatings with any kind of soap, so while this may cause some marring on the surface, it is all right because this is a test vehicle. So we've got the Ceramic Pro Care performing really well. We've also got Opti-Seal and Hyper Seal performing pretty well. That is sheeting really quickly, really nicely, leaving not a whole lot of water on the surface. And then we've got Hyper Seal sheeting just as fast, leaving almost no water on the surface. And Opti-Seal, honestly, I think outperforming the Hyper Seal and maybe even the Ceramic Pro Care.
Do them both again.
I can't call that one. Both of those are performing really, really well. And we've got the Mystic, obviously still here, still performing. Not great, but it is definitely still there. And the ceramic and the snap-on here, it is still there as well. Yeah, it kind of looks like it's sheeting a little bit more than control, possibly. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. So I don't know about these three, but I definitely know that Opti-Seal is doing well, Hyper Seal is doing really well, and Ceramic Pro Care is doing really well. So that's the consensus. Thanks for watching.